semi-final action out in Lively, Ontario. St. Charles facing off against Horizon. Down low, Jackson puts it out front, blocked by Horizon. They chip it out of the zone. Horizon enters zone, shot, glove save, rebound goes out, another glove save. Rebound picked up by Judd, he flips up center. Rinaldi gets it for Horizon, sends it back to Burns. Cardinal to Judd, he chips it up center. Horizon takes it back in the zone, shot goes wide. Puck comes out front, save is made. Puck's in the corner. Young sends it around the boards. Larsh just gets there. Sends it up center. Wiersbicki, he gets it out of the zone. Horizon takes it back in. Kessler plays it behind the net. McLean picks up the puck, gets the red line, sends it on net. Goalie puts it out of bounds. We'll get a face-off inside. Here's some music going on mute. Off the draw, Carson gets it behind the net. Getting some help from Billard. Back to Grouchy. Horizon chips it out. McLean gets it back. Chips it in the neutral zone. Horizon's offside. No, we take it in, so they're back onside. Into the glove. Kessler plays that for Peugeot. Peugeot's got some pressure in the corner. Puck comes out. Back in the zone. Marshfield gets it down low. Carson puts it out front, knocked away by Horizon. Carson gets it back, hits a skate. Billard slows it down. Shot from Markowicz on, just deflected wide. Horizon sends it out, hands up for an icing. Is it going to make it? It does. All right, off the draw. Comes back to the blue line. Markowicz sends it down low. Judd picks it up in the corner. Comes out of the corner, puts it out front. Ashton sends it back to the blue line. Gilbert fires out on net. It's in. Judd to Pittawanaquat to Gilbert. And holy Mackinac, folks. Cardinals up 1-0. And off the draw, it's back for Gilbert. Fires it off the boards. Bounces off some skates and some sticks, and Horizon takes it in the zone. Goulet gets a shot. Kessler sends that in the corner off the stick. Into the corner, we chip it up the boards. Comes out of the zone, send it cross ice. Picked up by Judd. He chips it over for Noble. Noble circles back. Gets it to Markowicz. Over to Gilbert. Gilbert gets that around up front and takes it out of the zone. Finney chips it up. Judd enters the zone. Drops it back for Noble. Noble leaves it for Gilbert. Gilbert down low for Judd. He's getting hooked. He gets it back though. Across the blue. Tipped in front by Noble. He gets the rebound. It's deflected out of bounds. 11:39 to go in the first. 1-0 Cards. Puck comes out of the zone. Horizon fires that in the zone, takes a hit from Larsh in the process. Now puck comes out. O'Kane sends it cross ice. Horizon sends it back in the zone. Funny shot, gloved by Kessler, leaves it for Burns. Burns chips it up. Young finds the loose puck. Young comes up the sidewall, gets it back for Burns. Burns to Larsh, gets that to Young. Little reverse hit, gets it out of the zone. O'Kane with some pressure. Young helping out, and it's back for Burns. Burns dumps it in. We're offside, and now we're back onside. Get a line change in. So does Horizon. Nice hit from Miller at center. We get the puck into the zone. Nice shoulder-to-shoulder hit. Now Burns gets that to Crossway. He's 1 foot away from the line. Icing called. Shot blocked by Marshfield. Billard gets the loose puck, gets it over the red line into the zone. Billard takes it behind the net, gets it to Carson, back to Billard. Puck comes up the sidewall. Marshfield keeps it in the zone. Billard behind the net, keeping the pressure going, throwing some weight around. Support from Marshfield. Puck comes around the other way, in comes Gauchi. Fire it off the glass and all the way down, hands up for an icing. It doesn't make it. McLean gets there. Horizon keeps it in. Puck's in the high slot. Horizon gets it back in the zone, but McLean picks up the loose puck. He fires that up the sidewall to Marshfield. He takes it in the zone. Marshy gets through 1, but not 2. Puck's still in the zone. Marshfield's back on that, puts it behind the net. Carson with some pressure, it's back to the blue line. McLean keeps that in. Puck keeps coming. Noble to Peugeot. Now Pewanaquat gets it back in the zone. As Horizon picks up behind the net. Pressure from Noble and Judd forcing the play. Ooh, big hit from Gilbert. Horizon's offside, they're back onside. Puck's behind the net. Kessler plays that. Little hit in the corner. Puck goes around. Body's flying. Puck comes out. Gilbert with the hits. And Kessler with the save. Behind the net, around to Judd, up for Noble. Noble to Pewanaquat. Back for Marshkowicz. Across to Gilbert. Gets that over to Ashton. Back to Vinny at the blue line. Can't get the shot. Keeps it in the zone. Judd gets it in the corner. Comes around with it. Hits the brakes. Ships it down low to Noble. Noble back out front for Ashton. His shot is saved. Noble on the rebound goes across the crease. Loose puck in the corner, picked up by Judd. Backdoor to Noble. His shot just wide. Puck picked up, but kept in by Gilbert. Now it's taken out. Nice play from Markowicz. Puck goes in the corner. We got a penalty coming up. Cross check. Off the draw, St. Charles sends it out. On the penalty kill with 8 minutes to go in this first period. St. Charles up 1-0. Carson comes in, gets the puck back in Horizon territory. Good pressure from Carson. Keeps the puck in the Horizon zone. At the blue line, nice bump from Crossweight. And Horizon gets it back in the zone. Behind the net, Burns ties up. He's got 2 on him. He's got the battle going. Puck's still behind the net. Crossweight keeping it back there. Now Burns fires out around the boards. Kept it at the blue line, but Carson comes in with a stick, knocks it out of the zone. Pressure from Marshfield. Gets it to the Horizon. Now Crossweight finds a loose puck, fires it deep in the zone. Horizon picks it up. 1 minute gone from the penalty. Judd chips a loose puck in for Noble. Noble keeping it in Horizon territory. Gets it back to Burns. He chips that right back in the zone. Judd gets the rebound. Gets pinned on the boards. Kills the penalty. Rinaldi comes in to help out. Judd back checks on him. Takes elbow to the head, no call. And Horizon comes out with it. Horizon gets a hit. Their fans get a little loud, so we'll see what happens next. Puck comes out to high slot. Judd intercepts that pass. He comes out with it with Noble. Enters the zone, gets up to Noble. He kicks it in. Shot is saved. 7 seconds to go on the penalty. 6 minutes in the first. Back to the blue line. Puck comes out. Horizon gets it in. Peugeot ties up. Puck goes behind the net. Now McLean ties up and we're back to 5-on-5. Puck comes out front, then deflected out of bounds. All right, back to the blue line and out of bounds. Puck comes out front. Judd ties up. Gets the loose puck in the corner. Skates it out. Up through center, out of the zone. Gets it over to, Noble. Whistle goes. A couple extra pushes after the whistle. Everyone's just going to skate away, I think. Every 5-on-5 hockey here. Offside was called. All right, we get the puck back in the zone. Horizon gets it out into St. Charles territory. Peugeot sends it behind the net. Larsh gets that to Young. Young enters the zone. Gets it out front. Goalie gets a stick on it. Back for Peugeot. Back to Young. Cleared by Horizon. Won't make an icing. Peugeot gets it across to McLean. McLean gets it up to Wiersbicky. Wiersbicky chips it in the zone. In the corner, Young with some pressure. Comes back to the blue line. Markowicz keeps it in, gets a shot on net. 4.5 minutes to go in the first. Puck comes back to Gilbert. Sends it to Markowicz. Markowicz back to Gilbert. Cross ice to Marshfield. Into the feet of Gauchi. He gets it back under control. Gets some help from Gilbert. He dumps it in. Stays in bounds. Marshfield puts it out front. It's knocked away by Horizon. Markowicz keeps it in the zone. Marshfield with a little bump behind the net. Getting some help from Carson. Puck comes back. Shot from Billard. Comes around into the corner. Nice bump from Marshfield. Puck comes out. Markowicz chips it back up. Horizon finds it. Takes it into the zone. Nice back check from Gilbert. And then Markowicz clears it out of the zone. And Gauchi gets a loose puck. Nice move. Cuts in. Gets a shot. It's in. Holy Mackinac! Carson and Gauchi. Nifty little move there, beating the defense and the goalie, putting the Cards up 2-0 with 3.5 minutes to go in the first. Horizon gets it back out. Rinaldi takes it in his own. Takes it to the net. Goes behind the net now. Comes out front. Kuzi's with a save. Burns chips it up to Judd. He gets it to the neutral zone. Pressure from Horizon. Gets it back in. Shot goes wide or maybe off Kessler. Hard to tell from this angle. Puck's in the corner. Burns gets it up to Judd. Oh, he's got some pressure. Takes a little bump from behind. Puck picked up by Burns. He gets that cross ice. Now crossweight into the zone. Crossweight tied up, getting some help from Ashton. Liam intercepts the pass. Tries to get that to Daniel. Right, that's getting accepted by Horizon to get back in the zone. Nice hits. Save. We got a lot going on here tonight. Judd gets it out, gets tripped up a little bit. Not a whole lot of calls. Puck comes back in the zone. Ashton gets it back in Horizon territory. North-south action here, and Horizon sends it behind the net. Shot blocked. Net's off right now. Young sends it out of the zone. Kessler's fixing the nets. Puck comes back in. Young gets it back out with help from Crossweight. Now Noble to Young, back to Noble. He gets that to Peugeot. He sends it down low. Young and Pinawanakwa after it. Back at the blue line. McLean keeps it in, gets it to Ashton. Peugeot streaks in, gets the puck, comes down low, reverses in the corner. Back to the blue line from McLean. His shot saved. Minute 23 to go in the first. 2-0 Cards. Back to the blue line shot. Deflected. Glove save. Back to the blue line, shot's blocked. Peugeot keeps it in, that goes out of bounds. We'll get a face-off inside. Back to the blue line, Peugeot's shot goes wide. McLean keeps it in. We enter the final minute of the first period with your birdies up 2-0. We're playing against the Eagles, so I guess the Cardinals up 2-0. Horizon enters the zone offside. A couple extra whistles. Marshfield, a nice hit. Carson gets the puck. Back to Gilbert. D to D. Up through center. Horizon finds the loose puck. Gets back in. Knocked away by the Cardinals. Horizon keeps it in at the blue line. They get in. Puck squeaks in. 2-1. Horizon chips it in. Kessler plays it. Gilbert up for Billard. Carson chips it out. It's kept in. Shot blocked in front. Rebound cleared away by Gilbert. Now we send that down. I think called with 6 seconds to go in the first. All right, face off. Head contact against Horizon, I believe. And that's the end of the first period. There's 2 seconds left there. Okay, so they got 4-minute head contact. We got 2-minute roughing. So it turns into a 2-minute power play for us. Music is on, so I have to mute it. All right, here we go, second period action. In case you're just tuning in, it's 2-1 for the Cardinals. Gilbert got the first goal for the Cardinals. Oh, shoot. Never mind. Third goal scored by Daniel Crosswaite. Power play goal. Back to the music. All right. 30 seconds in. Puck goes out of bounds. Will be face off the neutral zone. Crossweight to Burns, up to Judd into the zone. Horizon chips it out. Burns gets it back, hands it off to Crossweight. Crossweight gets that into the zone. Ashton got the first goal. Carson got the second goal. Daniel got the third one. Now Daniel keeps it in the zone. Horizon gets it out. Into the zone, that hits the rafters. Out of bounds. Russell Ranger got the goal for Horizon. Still 3-1, 13:40 to go in the second. Peugeot ties up in the corner. Young helps him out. Puck comes up to O'Kane. O'Kane gets that out of the zone. Getting some help from Larsh. They're in the zone. Onside. The puck comes out anyways. Hits Larsh at center. He gets that back to McLean. McLean sends it back up to Larsh. He's got some pressure. Big hit from McLean. And then Larsh gets the puck. Horizon finds it though, gets a shot on net. Whistle goes. Back to the blue line, shot blocked in front, rebound shot from Horizon, save from Kessler. Cards chip it away, then Peugeot gets a loose puck and skates it behind the net. Comes out of the corner with it, chips it up the boards, finds Marshfield at center, he gets over the blue line with it. Puts that in the corner, Wiersbicki behind the net for Gauchi. Carson takes it behind the net, comes out, gets a shot off the blocker, knocked down by Wiersbicki, hand pass called. Get a face off, I think, inside. Maybe comes outside. No, it's inside. Puck comes around the corner. Pinch from the Cardinals keeps that in. On the other side, Carson finds it, sets it behind the net. Gets it down low to Wiersbicki. He's tied up, getting support from Marshfield. Marshfield back to Gilbert. He comes across the blue line. His shot deflected. Goalie gets a piece of it. Rebound goes in the corner. Comes back to the blue line. Gilbert sends it down low to Wiersbicki. Wiersbicki behind the net finds Gauchi. Gauchi and Wiersbicki work at it behind the goal line. Comes out of the corner. Cleared out by Horizon. That's going to be icing. They're going to play some music, so I got to mute it to avoid copyright infringement. Markowicz keeps that in, bounces out. Gilbert sends it back in. Now it's back for Markowicz. Markowicz off the boards, gets it in the neutral zone. Horizon sends it back to Vinny. Vinny to Harrison, off the boards. Knocked back by Horizon. Bounces back to Vinny. Off the boards, he finds Judds. He gets that to Noble. Noble gets it in the zone. Puck's in the corner. He's working at it. It comes out. Horizon chips it in. Vinny ties up. Jackson chips it to the blue line. It's kept in, but then Noble gets it out on his second effort. Cuts in front, gets a shot. Top corner. Holy Mackinac. Jackson Noble putting us up 4-1. 10 minutes to go in the second. All right, Horizon changing goalies. 4-1, 10.5 minutes to go in the second. We're in the zone, get it out front, off the post. Loose puck cleared out by Horizon. Shot steered away by Kessler. Into the corner, Burns throwing some weight around. Crossway gets the puck. Something happened behind the scenes, I didn't see that. We got interference. All right, 10-10 to go. 2-minute power play for Horizon. They get it back to the blue line. Can't get a handle on it. It goes out of bounds. Into the neutral zone. Rinaldi picks it up for Les Aigles. He gets that up to Ranger. Ranger chips it up into the zone. It's cleared out by Gauchi. Rinaldi gets it back for Horizon. Comes up over the blue line. He's going to skate it in. Rinaldi fires out on net. Kessler pulls in the rebound. Nothing happening there. 35 seconds gone in the penalty. Burns chips that out. Gets it into the Horizon zone. Pressure from Marshfield. But Horizon takes it back out. Now Carson with some pressure. Horizon gets through, and then Burns stops him, and Gilbert gets the puck. Gilbert's legs, puck goes in the corner. Ranger gets it, but he's tied up by Gilbert. That puck goes behind the net. Vinny keeping it away from the goalie. Horizon sends it to the blue line. D to D pass. They walk in, they get a shot. It goes in. Screenshot on Kessler. 4-2. to the blue line. We send it back in. So power play goal from Horizon. It's 4-2 game. Ashton keeping it in the zone. Gets it over to Jackson. Jackson's shot deflected into the corner. Horizon gets it out. Peugeot gets it back. Chips it up. Jackson gets it in the zone. Pressure from Judd. Comes back now to Peugeot. Peugeot gets it up to Ashton. He chips it up in the neutral zone. Getting some help from Liam. Loose puck. Picked up by Ranger. Shot fired. Save is made. Ashton clears the rebound. It gets another shot. Kessler makes the save. Jackson chips it up. Trying to get that over to Ashton. Gets it to Liam instead. Liam enters the zone. Gets it over to Jackson. Jackson's shot a little high. Rebound in the corner. Cleared out by Horizon. Knocked away by Peugeot. Picked back up by Horizon. And Peugeot again knocks it away. Plays the body in the corner. Noble gets a piece of it. Loose puck cleared away by McLean. Noble to Pitawanakwat, gets it up to Judd into the zone. Gets it back. Judd gets it in the corner. Jackson interfered in front of the net. Judd gets it in the other corner. Pressure from Horizon, and Markowicz keeps it in at the blue line. Behind the net, Horizon picks up the loose puck. They send that cross ice. It's knocked away by Larsh. Larsh keeping the pressure going to the corner. Shot from Gilbert off the blocker in the corner. Young keeps it in. Comes around the other side. Gilbert at the blue line, keeping it in. Getting help from Larsh. He gets that to Young. Young gets it in front. Wiersbicky knocked over. And Young finds it again, gets that to Wiersbicky. He's tied up. He gets it to Gilbert. Gilbert fires it down low. Pressure from Young. And in comes Wiersbicky to keep it in. In the corner, it's cleared out by Horizon. Hands up for an icing. 6:22 to go in the second. 4-2 is the score. They're off the draw, goes in the corner, pressure from Billard, keeping it in the zone. Now Gauchi follows him up. Puck comes around, Burns keeps it in at the blue line. Now it squeaks past him. Billard gets it back, gets it for Carson, back for Burns. Around Crossweights. Crossweight going behind the net with it. Gets that to Billard. Billard off the boards into the zone. Cleared away by Horizon, but stays in. Horizon gets it out. In the St. Charles zone. Gauchi intercepts the pass, gets it over to Marshfield. Marshfield in the zone. His shot is saved. Goalie pulls in the rebound. Off the draw, shot, saved. Judd gets the rebound behind the net. He's tied up in the corner. Gets it back to Ashton. Pressure from Horizon. Ashton and Jackson get it back to the blue line. Burns keeps it in. His shot off the post. Other side, crossway shot deflected behind the net. Judd ties up on the sidewall. Pressure from Horizon. Ashton and Jackson helping out Liam. Still on the sidewall, comes back to Burns. He gets a shot from the point, deflected. I think the goalie got a save on that. Now Ashton back for a crossway across to Burns. His shot, save, goes behind the net. Cleared away by Horizon. Horizon comes in, Shot is saved. Rebound is saved. Another save. Puck comes out front. Stick check from Burns. Judd gets a loose puck. Oh. Everyone dodging hits, including the official. Way too many players on the ice. Horizon gets away with one there, and glove save from Kessler will settle things down with 4:14 to go. 4-2 Cardinals in the second period. Peugeot to McLean, up to Large, cross ice. Wiersbicky picks it up, takes it in the zone. Wiersbicky in the corner, getting help from Young and Large. Puck comes out. McLean plays the body. Peugeot gets the puck. Wiersbicky gets it on the sidewall. He's got some pressure. Young helping him out. Puck in the corner. Now it comes out front. Kessler gets a stick on it. It's cleared over to Wiersbicky. He gets it up to Larsh into the zone. Young gets it in the corner. Back to the blue line for McLean. We get taken out in front of the net, like unnecessarily hard. No call. Wiersbicky comes off. And Horizon comes out with it. Rinaldi gets in the zone. Taken away by Gilbert. Gets that to Carson. Carson, almost gets it to Young in front. Just out of his reach. Gauchi gets it into the zone. Now it comes out. Knocked down by Horizon. They go back onside. Gilbert gets it back. Horizon onside now, enters the zone. Shot deflected into the corner. Bump. We're going to get a penalty here. Oh, we get a punch in the head. No call there. No call. Power play for Horizon. Back to the blue line, D to D pass, Horizon shot, deflected away. Loose puck behind the net, centered, then Noble clears it out of the zone. 2 minutes to go in the second. Horizon on a 2-minute power play. They try to get it in the zone. They do enter. Pass out front. Everyone's tied up. Puck in the corner. Pressure from Gilbert, knocks it away. But he's got pressure from Horizon, they get it back. It's loose in front, picked up by Noble. He chips it up center. Judd picks it up, gets in. Nice little move, goalie makes a save. Rebound, cleared away. Noble with the pressure, Judd helping him out. On the penalty kill for another minute. Horizon starts the breakout. Back in our zone, Horizon takes it behind the net. To the blue line. The shot goes wide. Judd gets it to Noble. And then we get the puck out. Now Crossway dumps it in the zone. Horizon goalie plays it for the defense. Marshfield with some pressure. 20 seconds to go in the penalty. Crossway gets a piece of it. That comes back in our zone. Pass out front. Everyone's tied up. Rovera gets it for Horizon, but Crossway gets it out. Horizon gets it back in their zone. Start to break out with it. But in comes Marshfield. Taking it back in their zone. Holy cow. Takes a cross check. Marshfield keeping it in the zone. We're back to 5 on. Shot from crossweight, save, loose puck, knocked away, it's still loose, cleared away by Horizon. McLean gets it back, over to Marshfield, he dumps that in the zone. Billard's shot blocked, cleared away by Horizon, that's going to be icing if it misses the goalie. And that's the end of the second, 4-2 is the score. Third action at TM Davies Arena out in Lively, Ontario. Home of Andrew Desjardins, Stanley Cup winner. Shot fired from Crossway is saved. Cleared out by Horizon. Crossway gets it back to neutral zone. Fires it back up. Horizon sends it back. Back and forth action in the neutral zone. Horizon gets it in the zone. Can't connect on a pass. Now they get a shot, save, rebounds behind the net, comes out front. Net comes off. Late change, we're kicked out of the draw. Puck comes back to the corner. We chip it up out of the zone. Younger gets it in there. Pass out front. Larsh is tied up. O'Kane finds it. O'Kane gets it to the blue line. Wiersbicky sends it in deep. McLean pinches in, gets it to Larsh. Larsh cycles it for O'Kane. O'Kane in the corner, gets it back to the blue line, dodging the hit. And Wiersbicky sends it back down low. O'Kane to Young. Young back to McLean. Over to Young. Nice little move, gets it in front. Sticky shot on net. Goalie hangs on to it. Horizon gets the puck out of the zone. Kessler makes a save. 13 minutes and 18 seconds to go in regulation. Kessler with a save, rebound in the corner. Gilbert to Billard, up for Gauchi. He takes it through the neutral zone, into the corner, back to the blue line for Gilbert. His shot, glove save. Hey! There we go. Alright. Noble to Crossway. His shot on net, deflected into the corner. Noble gets it off the ankle. Daniel keeps it in. Gets it back to Jackson in the feet. Back to Daniel across the blue line, down for Ashton. Try and backdoor for Nobes. Noble to Gauchi. Up around he goes. Back to Ashton. Crossway, Gauchi moving, drawing some movements. Puck comes back to the blue line. Daniel to Pitawanakwat tries to get out front. It's cleared out of bounds. We get a face-off inside. Judd gets the loose puck off the draw. In the corner, he gets some pressure from Rinaldi. Gets it across to Ashton. Ashton walks in. His shot is in. Judd to Pittawanaquad and holy Mackinac. It's 5-2 for the Birdies. Shout out to, we'll get back, Joe Bowen. Talk about him more in a moment. All right, power play goal. Judd to Pittawanaquat. 5-2. And like I said, shout out to Joe Bowen. He'll be in Sudbury Monday. He's a well-known announcer for the Toronto Maple Leafs. He'll be retiring this year. Part of his farewell tour, he's stopping in Sudbury. Shot saved from Kessler. And Joe Bowen has a famous Holy Mackinac phrase that I've been stealing for the past couple of years. Out of bounds, face off inside, 11:40. And not only is Joe Bowen stopped, glove save. Marshfield gets the rebound over to Billett. His shot just wide. Markowicz keeps it in. His shot deflected by Gauchi. Save is made. Billard playing the body in the corner. Puck stays in the zone. Now Marshfield hands it off to Markowicz. He looks for a lane. He finds it. Goalie makes the save. Horizon gets the puck into the neutral zone, knocked away by Larsh. Horizon picks it back up. They get in, can't get a shot. Young gets it out of the zone. Horizon gets it back in. They get a shot, top corner. All right, 5-3. Wiersbicky gets it into the zone. He gets a shot just wide. He gets his own rebound. Shot from the blue line, deflected by Noble. Wiersbicky to McLean to Noble. 6-3 Cardinals. All right, no music, just another shout out to Joe Bowen. He's not only stopping in Sudbury, but he's actually from Sudbury, so you could call him a Sud-lebrity. So yeah, Monday night, family day, 2:30 at Sudbury Arena, meet and greet at 1. I won't be able to get there. If you happen to be there, get me a t-shirt. Icing called. 10:20 to go. Regulation, 6-3 Cardinals. All right, off the draw, Crossway chips it up. It's kept in at the blue line. Pass in front, Judd has him tied up. Noble gets a loose puck. Over to Judd. Back to Burns. Across for Daniel. He gets it to Ashton. Back to Daniel, but the Horizon team finds it, puts it out front. Burns sends it around. Judd gets a piece of it, but Rinaldi brings it in. His pass. finds Ranger. He gets a goal. 6-4. 9:48 to go in regulation. Puck comes back in the zone. Gilbert chips up the boards. Billard ties up. Puck is down low. Comes out. And it's loose in the slot. Shot blocked by Gilbert. Marshfield sends it cross ice into the zone. Gauchi gets it in the corner. Chips it down low. It comes back to Gilbert. Nice reverse hit at the blue line. Shot from Gauchi, save. Rebound pulled in. $9:14 to go in regulation. Potentially 8:14 hard to tell with the scoreboard lights. Off the draw, Billard finds it. Sends it in front for Gauchi. His shot just wide. Markowicz keeps it in there. Again, a helmet comes off. Another hit in the corner from Gauchi. Bodies are flying. Carson comes out with it, takes it in the corner. Ooh, gets it back to the blue line. Gilbert chips it up. Big hit from Gilbert. Now Gauchi pressures. Marshfield gets it in the sidewall. He's got one strap off his helmet. Goalie makes the save. There's a bucket on the ice. 30 yard sale out there tonight, folks. 8.5 minutes to regulation. 6-4 for the Cardinals. At least the music stopped for now, so I don't have to keep muting it. Video's taken down because of music issues, copyright. Anyways, Wierzbicki sends it back into the zone. Horizon sends it across ice. Young gets a piece of it, but Horizon gets it off the blocker, stays inbounds. Larsh working it up, kept in by Horizon. Wierzbicki in the corner, getting double teamed. He comes out with it anyways. Follows it up with a big hit. And we get the puck to the blue line, and Horizon keeps it in. Cross ice pass to Larsh. He gets that to O'Kane at center. O'Kane enters the zone. Hits the brakes. Gets it back to the blue line for Wierzbicki. His shot blocked. Horizon takes it back in our zone. They're stopped at the blue line. And Wierzbicki gets it in the corner. We get it up to the blue line and out. Ice and waved off. Rinaldi picks it up for the Horizon squad. He skates it up to the neutral zone. Rinaldi gets in. Oh. He has a seat, courtesy of Wierzbicki. Puck gets out front anyways. Rinaldi finds it, gets a shot. It's off the post. Now a wraparound attempt cleared away by Judd. Judd enters the zone. That's a little bit offside. Hey! For what? Judd getting attacked for nothing. Judd did nothing. He gets run over. Wow, 2 for Ruffin. 2-minute power play for the Cardinals. If he jumps on him. 7 minutes to go in regulation. 2-minute power play. Try to get it to the blue line. No cross the Monaquat. Over. Back to Ashton. He walks in. Nice little move. Almost gets a 5-hole. Goalie gets it. .652 to go in regulation. Ashton gets the puck off the draw, settles it down, gets it across, but his shot on net is saved, knocking the goalie over. Still only 27 seconds gone from the penalty. Carson back on the draw. This one goes down low. Horizon chips it up. Crossway keeps it in, gets it to Gucci. Over to Ashton. He gets out front for Carson. Goalie makes a save. Rebound to Jackson. Over to Carson. Back to Jackson. Across to Daniel. His shot on net. Goalie makes a save. Rebound cleared away by Horizon. Kessler plays the puck behind the net for Daniel. Daniel starts to break out with it. Cross to Ashton. He's going to be able to skate that all the way in. Drop pass to Carson. Back to Ashton. Back to Crossway. To cross to Noble. Noble to Judd. Tries to get that. To Ashton. Now we're going to get a penalty. 40 seconds. Little scrum in the corner. Judd's gonna get the initial tripping call. Nothing for the extra stuff after, just the initial 2. What's happening?
Buddy, put your helmet on.
I don't know what's happening.
Who's your barber?
In the worst corner, couldn't see anything, so I don't even know what happened.
Who's your barber?
We got 2 in the box out of the deal. They get 1.
Yeah, put your helmet on, bud.
Face-off's going to be in our zone, it looks like. We're going to get a 2-minute penalty out of all this. So probably the initial 2 for tripping for Liam, and then the other 2 probably cancel each other out.
I know. Too much hang 14. Yeah, Jay, you better look away. 14, strap it up. What are you doing? Strap it up, good boy. All right, now the makeup session.
All right, so 4-on-4 for 44 seconds. Then Horizon will be on the power play. Shot blocked by Gilbert. He gets that over to McLean. McLean back to Gilbert. 4-on-4, even strength. Gilbert chips up center. Horizon gets it back. Rinaldi has it. Gets it to the blue line. Into Ranger. Ranger cuts into the net. He gets a shot. Kessler with a save. Big rebound. Another save. Now Gilbert sends that cross ice for Carson. Carson gets it in the zone. Takes it behind the net. Pressure from Horizon. Gets it back in our zone. Shot. Steered away by Cruzies. Extra pushing and shoving in front. Both of these guys, one from each team, are going. McLean and Bovair go to the box.
Welcome to the party, 13.
3 in the box for each side with 5 minutes to go.
Hey, 13, I'm tucking jersey. Good boy. Come on, buddy, welcome to the box. You gotta throw it to the
How do we get the extra 2? I don't know. Right now it looks like 5-on-3 for Horizon. We get an extra guy. We got 4 in the box.
14 was best.
14, strap up your helmet, bud. Good
Boy.
Listen to the dad.
Looks like a bird cage.
Father's Day.
3 Eagles, 4 Cardinals. Sounds like the start of some bad joke. Anyways, so 5-on-3. No, 4-on-3. Timeout called. Huh? All right. So 4-on-3. Now it's 5-on-3 for 1:15. That'll be 5-on-4 for a bit. Ranger gets it back to the blue line. D-to-D pass, shot blocked by Gilbert. Stays in bounds. Burns working it outside. Horizon tries to get in front. Burns blocks that. Horizon back to the blue line.
5-on-3, you guys still can't score.
Now shot blocked in front. Pressure from Gilbert in the corner. It shouldn't be on me. You should be able to hear me, right?
Number 6.
All right. 5-on-3. Backdoor pass. Can't get the shot. Kessler jumps and rebounds. 23 seconds to go in the first penalty. 1:02 in the second. Get Marshfield front. Burns and Gilbert on the back end. Off the draw, goes back to Vinny, and he fires that all the way down. Horizon goalie plays it for the defense. He starts to break out. Horizon goes offside.
Can't score, you offside. Hey, 14, the helmet's still not up.
Off the draw, Gilbert finds a loose puck and fires it all the way down. Now it's 5-on-4. Marshfield forcing the play. Now Ashton with some pressure. Ashton sends it back in the zone. Marshfield follows it up. 25 seconds to go in the penalty. 3.5 minutes to go in regulation time. Score is 6-4 for the Cardinals. As Horizon re-enters the zone on the power play. Gilbert gets the puck back, knocks it away, and scooped up by Marshfield. Marshfield takes it into the zone, wide, drives the net, his shot, save, rebound from Ashton. He's tied up. We're back to 5-on-5 as Russell Ranger takes it out of the zone. Ranger enters the zone. Marshfield knocks that away. Shot fired from the defense. Puck goes behind the net after a save from Kessler. Noble gets it up to Ashton. Ashton sends it cross ice to Marshfield. Now Markowicz to Wiersbicki over for Ashton. He gets the red line, dumps it in. Puck chipped up. High stick. We'll get a face-off in the neutral zone. 2.5 minutes to go in regulation. Off the draw, it's sent into the zone. Gilbert sends it out. A little far, it's going to be icing. 2:20 left in regulation. 2 more guys in the box. They must have coincidental. Must have got 4 minutes. They probably punched each other. Maybe 5. Either 4 or 5, so they'll be out. Not till the end. Gilbert fires it around the boards. Ship it up. Kept in. Now we clear it out. Young keeping it in. Now it comes out. Noble takes a stick to the head. Puck in the corner. Pressure from Judd. And Young gets there. He ties up. Gets it over for Judd. Back to the blue line. Gilbert's shot. Blocked in front. Horizon heads out with it. Horizon enters the zone. They pull their goalie. 1.5 minutes to go. Gilbert has it. He gets that over to Young. Head contact called on we get a head contact. I don't know what happened there. That's 1.5 minutes to go in regulation. Power play for Horizon. Timeout called. 1:30 to go in regulation. 6-4 is the score. Power play for Horizon. All right, timeouts are over. 6-on-4 with Horizon having an empty net. Off the draw, Horizon gets it to the blue line. They get a shot. Kessler makes the save. Crossway chips it up. Gets it back to the blue line. It's kept in. DD pass. Shot, deflected. Goes wide. Markowicz ties up in the corner. Battle in the corner. Noble helping him out. Fires that around. Gets to the blue line. Horizon keeps that in. Loose puck picked up by Crossway. Back to the blue line. Horizon again, keeping it in. That shot saved by Kressler. Coincidental penalties are over. Now just one player left in the box. Minute to go. 1 minute to go in regulation. Carson blocks a shot, gets it to Noble. That's the nail in the coffin. The boys celebrate for the fans. That's 7-4. Whistle goes, 50 seconds, 7-4, shorthanded goal for the Birdies. Gauchi to Noble. Everyone's yelling. We got 5 players on the ice, so we can't do that. I don't know. Actually, that was the old hat trick for Jackson Noble. Starting off the playoffs strong. Last week's one of the 3 All-Stars of the week, Jackson Noble, keeping it rolling. Or the hat trick tonight. 30 seconds to go. 5-on-4 for the Les Aigles. They get a shot blocked. Gilbert with some pressure. Crossway gets in the corner. He turns around, fires it up the boards, gets it out of the zone. That's 5 seconds. Horizon's going to run the clock down. Ashton will let him go. Game 1 for the Birdies of St. Charles. See you all at the next one. Thanks for tuning in.